this July 4th, I'll try to maintain some degree of intellectual and emotional poise, but I'm sure that I will also feel melancholy. So I'm ambivalent at this moment as we confront the 250th. My name is Randall Kennedy. I'm the Michael R. Klein Professor of Law at Harvard Law School. I've been on the faculty here since the summer of 1984, and I was happy to contribute to the anthology of essays marking the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I find myself torn as we approach that landmark. On the one hand, I am tremendously grateful to our society and to our government for undergirding a society that has provided me with so much. I've enjoyed a splendid life. I realize that I have opportunities, I enjoy circumstances that are denied to people around the world and that have been denied to people in earlier phases of American history because of terrible prejudices. I have been the beneficiary of protest, and one of the great things about the United States is the space provided to dissenters. I have benefited from knowing some of these dissenters. Some of these dissenters are people who I have gotten to know right here at Harvard Law School. I think of Martha Minow, I think of Larry Tribe, I think of Stephen Breyer, I think of others, Archibald Cox. I think of others who have been on this faculty and part of this community and who have contributed to the reinforcement of civil liberties and civil rights in the United States. And I am a direct beneficiary of their noble efforts. On the other hand, I feel a sense of shame, in fact, disgust at my country. Partly because the United States of America has never really atoned for its continent-wide ethnic cleansing of indigenous people, because of its enslavement of African Americans, because of the way in which it has hurt people around the world in expanding the American empire. I think of people in the Philippines, I think of people in Haiti, I think of people in Nicaragua, I think of people in Vietnam, I think of others. I'm especially concerned because of the present moment. A moment in which the federal government of the United States sends agents to our cities to relentlessly and cruelly hunt people down. It's reminiscent of what happened in the 1850s when there was a fugitive slave law in operation. The United States government at this moment is separating children from their parents. This is horrific. At this moment, the United States government is showing no respect whatsoever to international law. At this very moment, the federal government of the United States is encroaching on civil liberties. I think of the attack on law firms. I think of the attack on universities, including this university. So at this moment, and just to be very clear about it, when I say the federal government, I'm speaking most specifically about the Trump regime, a regime that has shown a disregard for the better aspects of American democracy. I'm afraid of this regime. I'm disgusted with this regime. And it's partly those feelings that prompt me to think that this July 4th, I'll try to maintain some degree of intellectual and emotional poise, but I'm sure that I will also feel melancholy. So I'm ambivalent at this moment as we confront the 250th. Thank you.